Welcome back to another NaytonTech vlog. This is vlog number 4. Just a couple more updates on the Civic sedan and the Civic hatch, EF generation, the dual cup holder. So we tried printing it vertically this way so we could try to get this curve a lot smoother, which it is, but we ran into some issues here and also on the inside of the cup. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, so when you print it this way, it has to do a build up so that it can start printing up here, and whenever you break off that, it's like scaffolding, I can't think of what they call it, but anyway, the build up that it uses up to this, when it breaks off or whatever, it's usually never as smooth. So I think we're just going to print it normal, like the blue one that I had in a lot of the pictures. We're just going to print it straight up and down just like this. That way all the buildup will be on the inside here for support. Actually, I think that's what they call it, supports. Anyway, all of it will be on the inside, which you won't ever see, and that'll fix our issue. I'm also looking at printing this with ABS instead of PETG material. ABS has a higher melting point. I believe it's 105 degrees Celsius, so which is beyond boiling, which I think PEG was like 172 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's got a lot lower melting point. And some cars can get up around 170 degrees, so we're kind of sitting right at that mark, and I would rather play it safer than sorry. So I think we're going to move, if I can get everything to look the way I want with ABS, we're going to go that route, and you can treat the outside of it. Actually, you treat the whole thing, but we're mainly looking at the outside with some acetone, and it will actually smooth it out so you don't see a lot of these, as many of these ridges, which I don't mind. I think it kind of gives a little bit of a texture look instead of a super smooth look. So in the car, it'll look a little bit better. So we'll kind of try it both ways and see how we like it. So this should be hopefully shipping on the 18th, like I said earlier. That's the plan. I'm waiting. I got all of the LEDs ordered. They should be here, I think, Friday. And I'm going to have them, as long as this one clears the automatic stuff, I'm going to take it to the junkyard here the next day or so, and as long as it clears this corner and our height to these is good, which on my prototype it was. So as long as this fits in and the screws mount up the way it's supposed to, we're golden there. And that prototype is done. We have the final things, so now we just got to get the material sorted out. And it will be a black ABS. It's pretty much the only color. Everything else, just the grays are nowhere near. They're lighter. Browns, just none of the stuff's even close. So a lot of the colors are lighter than what the stock colors are, so it just won't match. So black's just going to be our best option. I did start another project, and some of you guys will like this one. Instead of cutting your console, recognize this piece. This is the piece that goes over on the left side of your dash, right underneath your left vent fresh air, or the little switch there. This bolt's actually just clips in there. The new one though, and this is still prototype, and I did get one piece of it wrong, but so anyway, this is printed with ABS. It's got a little bit different texture to it. It's actually a little bit smoother too. Anyway, my plan is when it mounts in the car, and to you guys it'll mount like this, if I can get it to show up right. Anyway, I'm actually going to have the cup holder come out a bit and sit right here. Where's my... This one's a little bit taller, but anyway, the cup will sit out from it just a little bit, clear the dash. You can put a cup over there. I am adding, there are 2 screws up in the metal plate that these metal clips clip into. There are 2 screws on either side, and what I'm trying to do is line up these 2 holes so you can actually screw this in, and it'll handle the weight of a can, a Monster, possibly even a large, a fountain drink, anything like that, where it's going to have a little more weight to it. It's not going to want to pop out on us. So this is going to be a direct replacement. You don't have to cut anything, modify anything besides taking out the 2 screws, put this piece in, put the 2 screws back in, and that'll be it. I am looking at possibly doing an LED option with this one as well, if I can make it work without shining an LED into the driver. So that is one of the other prototypes I'm looking at, and this will hopefully work for all of the EF models. Well, 90 and 91. Since the 88 and 89 have the coin holder, I am still working on something for that. I may build a custom piece that replaces this completely. It'll be a little bit larger piece, but it would be an option as well that you could bolt in and have the cup holder come up there as well. So those are the couple things I'm working on. I did started getting measurements and stuff for the wagons. So those will be coming soon. I'm waiting for 2 more measurements from an automatic RT wagon, so I can get the two-wheel. So it'll be the 2-wheel drive. Both 2-wheel drive models and the automatic RT have the same console. So I'm working on that prototype now, and then the RT manual wagons will be right behind them. I think they're the same width. I just got to extend it a little bit differently. But those cups I can actually get to sit lower because there's not as much crap underneath the console. So stay tuned for those, as well as the 92 to 95 Civic one. I just have to make some tweaks to that one and get it back over to the printer. So stay tuned, guys. If you guys have any questions, make sure you ask them below, and make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, so I can bring you guys more and more content, and we'll see you next time.